Okay, so guys, in today's video, we're gonna be going over something that has been a thing for a couple of years now. It's involving Pokemon cards. We're gonna be over it and give my opinions on it. Today's video. So to start this off, I want to say this is about Steam Siege. Now you may know Steam Siege is one of the most hated Pokemon sets, and it's terrible. You should not buy it. Well, actually, like booster boxes now are going for like $300 just for the memes. I don't know why they're so expensive. But I want to go with you guys. Try to convince your moms on Steam Siege. Try to, give the perspective why people hate it. And maybe turn it around for you. Maybe make you appreciate the cards that are in it. And yeah, this is pretty much a scripted video, even though I don't have a specific script. I just know what I'm gonna say. So let's start out with some science of why we like opening Pokemon cards and why it feels good. And then I'll tell you how that coordinates into opening this set in a little bit. And I'm also going to be comparing it to the modern day, which, well, Steam Siege is a modern set, most people would say, but I mean, like 2020, like Rebel Clash. And I'm going to be comparing it to Rebel Clash and giving some of that. So, yeah. I'll start out by saying this is why you like Pokemon cards, to open a Pokemon card. So let's start with, there's a thing, I don't know if it's a hormone or what it is, but it's called dopamine. And this is a thing that evolution gave us when we did something good that would help us survive, so that we would do things that would make us survive, if that makes anything sense. So if you got a new tool, you get dopamine. But then, as evolution said, that dopamine has to wear off, so they'll get another tool when that one breaks down. So this is why you only get a quick fix, and it, dopamine rushes don't last forever. So that way you can just open one Pokemon pack and feel good for the rest of your life. So yeah. Other things. So yeah, that's why we like opening Pokemon cards, because you get that dopamine rush. For some reason, Pokemon cards have a lot of dopamine. For me, at least, and probably for you too. So I'm not trying to say that the Pokemon Company is, using genetics to make you buy that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying, oh, this happens when you get anything. That's why you want to get something new, because it makes you feel good. So I'm not saying anything bad about the Pokemon Company necessarily. I'm just giving you the science why we like to open the cards. Steam Siege, as you know, is probably one of the best hated sets. It's in X and Y, which is probably some of people's most favorite base sets, I guess I should call it. Like, base set, I guess. It's probably people's favorite base set. Or, well, like, I don't know. It's not a base set. X and Y Steam Siege. X and Y is probably one of people's favorite era. We'll call it an era. So, we have a lot of good sets in X and Y. We have Flash Fire. We have probably what you mind goes to, Evolutions. But then the same year that Evolutions released, or maybe not exactly the same year, I don't really know times, stuff released and all that, but not far off. Like, these are just regular sets that came out. Well, except for Evolutions, because that was a special set. But that goes a special set. But like, since it was just a regular set in the beginning, and I'm going to show you this by playing a clip from an Unlisted Leaf video. You probably know him. He's a very big YouTuber. Of when he opens an Elite Trainer box, and it's when the set first comes out.
But let's be real here, when a guy's carrying a Krispy Kreme in his back, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic opening. But yeah, the color scheme of this Elite Trainer box, it's absolutely fantastic. And from what I've heard, the pulls are absolutely unreal. So I think today, we've...
So yeah, as you can see, the polls are absolutely amazing. That's what I want you to focus on. That's what I'm going to mainly focus on when I'm going to get into why people hate Steam Siege and all that. So, first of all, I'm going to have to tie that in. So the reason that means so much is the pulls are amazing. Now people started feeling like, especially nowadays, Steam Siege, there's just it's so easy to pull the cards you want. Printed so many times, they have no value. Cards just stop feeling special. Like, that's why people hate it, and you didn't get that dopamine rush anymore because it didn't feel special anymore. Getting one of like a mega or something, or a full art. So that's why people hate Steam Siege. But yeah, so we're gonna try to take it from a different perspective and try to make you, look, maybe have a different view on this set now. Maybe not that you don't hate it so much anymore, because as we all know, it's kind of a, I was gonna say as we all know, it's kind of a good set, but it's probably actually the opposite is what we really know. So yeah. Um, let's start with the cards themselves. So if we look at the cards themselves, they're not that bad. They're just regular X and Y cards. Now we're gonna try to take a card, like I'll give you an image on screen now, but I'm gonna search up. I'm gonna go into Google quick, and I'm gonna search up best cards from X and Y Steam Siege, and I'm gonna search that up, and then I'm gonna go under images, and I'm gonna try to. Okay. Give me a second. So I'm gonna try to show you guys a card. Wait, no, I don't want to do this. No. So I'm gonna try to give you something like, let's take this Steelix EX, for example. You'll see it on screen now. And it's a very cool card. I will admit, it's 67 out of the 114 card set. It's pretty cool. Like, I really like this artwork. Now, I know you see that little gear in and you're like, it's in Steam Siege. I don't care about the rest of the card. Just, I don't care anymore. Now, let's go into a super alternate world where that gear is replaced with Evolution's weird eye symbol thing. So basically, it's a card in XY Evolutions, which, as you know, is a super expensive set. Everybody loves it. It was the 25th anniversary set. Coming up on the 25th anniversary of Pokemon soon, so looking forward to the 25th anniversary set. But XY Evolutions was that, and they're selling for like $1,000 a box now, $30 a booster. It's a pretty expensive set. Then do you hate this so much now? Like, do you hate this card if you try to like take out the fact that it's in Steam Siege and try to look at it that way? Like, really try to look at it this way instead of just it's in Steam Siege, it's a bad card. And it's pretty cool. I just noticed it says Iron Tail, which is like one of Ash's like main moves he uses on Pikachu, especially in like the Journey, which is the new Sun and Moon. Well, not new Sun and Moon, but it's a new anime. So yeah. Okay. Next thing's next. Do you actually hate the set? So the reason you probably hate the set is it's too full of cards. You just don't appreciate the cards anymore. Like, they just feel like there's a point in the same video that I showed you a clip from where he says, I'm literally getting more secret rares than, or I don't care whether secret rares or ultra rares than regular rares. So the set is just too stacked and they don't feel special anymore. Like a regular rare will start probably feeling special at that point, I guess. So yeah. That's my perspective on that part. So yeah, now I need to start asking, is it really all that bad? So let's try to go to some super alternate world again. For Steam Siege, the booster boxes weren't stacked, the ETBs weren't stacked, each pack wasn't stacked. There was just a set with regular pull rates, and it wasn't anything special. Like, let's go to some alternate world with that. Then do you hate the set anymore? Or will you start to appreciate the cards like that? So I think maybe this video can help you convince Steam Siege. And I think really Steam Siege deserves more than it has, because there's just, the cards themselves aren't bad. It's just when you think of the fact it's in Steam Siege that you then hate it. And like my favorite Meowth card. Like I absolutely love this Meowth card. It's my favorite artwork ever. And it's a common in Steam Siege. And I really like the artwork. And I'll also put a picture of it on screen right now. And I just really like it. I have a few of them in my binder. I just really like the card. Now, this is the point of the video where I'm going to start to differentiate it from Rebel Clash, which has been called Rebel Trash. It is a set that came out recently, not recently, but like a year ago. So, I mean, it's a set that's still in our system, I guess. And I think it's still being printed. That set was very different. That set wasn't hated because it was just too easy to get stuff. It was hated because there were no cards you wanted. The gold cards in Steam Siege are so cool though. Like, but it was probably too easy to get them that at that point they just start feeling like hollows or EXs. So, yeah. If you get what I'm saying. So, it's a very different set. When Rebel Clash first came out, people didn't want Pokemon YouTubers to open up the set. They didn't really care about it. They're like, I don't really care if you get any of the cards in here because all the cards aren't very good. Just don't even open up the set. With Steam Siege, people were doing all these openings, all these things. Like the video I showed a clip from was called Opening the Best Steam Siege Elite Trainer Box. And the description says, today we are opening one of the new Pokemon Steam Siege Elite Trainer Boxes! Exclamation, double exclamation point. This is some awesome things inside. Fit for any Elite Trainer, but will it be the best Pokemon Steam Siege Elite Trainer Box opening ever? Find out now. So, people were hyping the set. It wasn't like, it wasn't like it was being that hated. So hated in the beginning like Rebel Clash was. So I think we have to focus on the set. And try to take it that way. People hyped up the set. And the same YouTuber that I showed you a clip from about a year ago said opening a Steam Siege, but not allowed to complain. Or a Steam Siege booster box, but not allowed to complain. So I think it just has too much influence of, I'm not like dissing Emily Lick right now. I really like the channel. I just think it became our norm to hate it. It just became our norm to hate it that we kind of just stopped appreciating it. And that way, it falsely, in my case, became one of the most hated sets ever. So I hope this kind of takes some points in at why people hate Steam Siege, some science on why people hate Steam Siege, and try to bring it into effect. And maybe you can appreciate some of the cards, and even if you don't want to open up the boosters, maybe just buy a card that you really like. I hope. Thank you, Pokemon, for making Steam Siege. I really like some of the cards in it. And not all set can be fantastic. And they were trying a lot of new things in Steam Siege. You know, break cards, double types. Maybe they didn't work out, but you know, you gotta try them, and you gotta give the Pokemon Company credit. Because I know I cannot draw a single drawing better than the artist they have at Pokemon. And just everybody's most hated card in Steam Siege. The artwork's great, the cards are great. It's just when you put them in Steam Siege, then people hate them. But if you put them in X and Y Evolutions, they won't hate them because X and Y Evolutions has a lot better reputation. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope I brought up some points, and I hope maybe I can change your mind. goodbye, and look forward to the next video. We'll be making a creeper farm in creative and the secret base. Goodbye.